OV and the greatest gift. It's over. Lives have moved on. My friend OV moved on years ago out of state. The pandemic calendar dot of April 2020 was a Buick GMC erase board date on a whiteboard retail calendar in a southern-looking conference room into Canada in the black towers of the Ren Cen, Detroit. People were dying, and our GM work was discussing ventilators. Years ago is the post-pandemic mental math I have. Years are eras, memories are outer-body memories as the planet spouts, and our stardusts no longer know who we were before and during the lockdown. The first years with non-family humans in the pandemic middle, OV and I were our corporate General Motors selves in the black towers, reading the invisible interchange of the people's levels with unclassified directors, purposeful in the American legacy of mobility, SUVs and trucks. OV was a single swagger and focused on fast times and an era behind me. OV was known as the gifted one who knew how to crystallize the confusions of trims, inventories, regions, DMAs, LMAs, and the monthly sales charts to make the line go up. OV crystallized the bombardment of information and was able to make a simple PowerPoint story to the nation's dealers, content strategy masked as the three-act play. In large banquet hall meetings with men in oversized and untailored suits with no ties, OV would pace an invisible general while the VPs pitched his crystal before all our memories became outer body. In the time of the pre-era, we had begun running outside, comparing, commiserating, pontificating, understanding, and aspiring to run marathons. Conference room chatter shifted to sneakers, our admiration for Sauconys, endorphins. I was slow walk simple, completion focus, married with a daughter in high school, adjusting to the online isolation pandemic. We all were. OV became an outside possibility to our family, a friend I ran with, a friend to hop in cars for 45-minute run destinations at Hines Drive in Kensington, lecturing and suggesting Garmin watches more important than Sauconys, and you should really do intervals that took me to absorb that OV lesson. I've continued to run from the greatest gift and the buildup of friendship from OV that culminated in our homegrown NYC postponed Detroit Halloween marathon up Woodward, where the sun glory elevated the miles and drivers acknowledged with intrigued smiles when we stopped at curbs. Pimps and prostitutes playing relays in muffler-rich hatchbacks, sharing with me in Ferndale on Marshall that he carried a blade. Slim Shady stopped at 14 Mile in his Beamer. I knew his nose. Agony in Birmingham. The MAGA rally with flags and buses, and OV gestured while I was vomiting. The way he stared at the mirror at himself while he talked to our small party post-marathon. The gift from OV of the Sealy hat inscribed with perfect quietude, freedom, the highest happiness, never mind the pain. I cherish and still run with it, the greatest gift. I remember going to LA Fitness a week before lockdown and sitting in a sauna where the conversation was China and bats, the one run in Royal Oak. A dark 6:30 a.m. run before our new WebEx reality started at 8:30 a.m. The world was locked down, disappeared from itself, ancient quietness, radical stillness, OV and my Garmin heartbeat, our shared pace and cadence dissected after the run. Our conversation on the cold sidewalks, like talking out loud in the library, farting through the nudge our planet in history was cracking. I yelled on Main Street, "Is anyone there?" And because I could, and nothing would matter in the greatest gift, in the middle of the era's three-act play.